Okay, this last clip is going to be Alex Jones on PBD TV, Valuetainment. And I like Valuetainment. They put out a lot of good content, you know. And I think that Alex Jones did a really good job. They did a long interview with him and they broke it up. So this is a part of it. It's called We're Coming for Your Children, okay? And this is going to be the last report I do on a show like this, or maybe not, I don't know, but, you know, Alex Jones makes a lot of good points here, and he brings out a lot of good comments about this whole situation with trying to groom your kids and steal your kids, and then they even play a video of San Francisco gay choir saying that they're coming for your kids, you know. And the choir tried to say, oh, it was just a joke. It was just a meme and all that. You don't do shit like that or joke around like that, you know. I think they was dead serious about what they was doing, you know. So we're going to get into this one right now, okay?
So, Alex, it's obviously a pattern when it comes to people that are exposing the truth, the elites and everything. You, Julian Assange, Edward Snowden, Andrew Tate, RFK. People, like even me personally, is there a light at the end of the tunnel? Or like, is there a chance for us to win, or are we fighting a losing battle? Because, Alex, they have set up the pieces to this game that we're playing in. Is there a light, like with people like this, that you have this passion? The truth is coming out, but is it all for nothing?
There is a light at the end of the tunnel. They've gone and dug up those temples of Ramses II 3,000 plus years ago. More than that with Moses. So what you see in the Ten Commandments, I mean, that was real people, real stuff went on. People can question the biblical story if they want, but Moses existed, Ramses II existed, all that went on. You're saying, what's that to do with what I asked? The Israelites had to just stop doing what they were told. Everybody's seen that meme that shows like 5 burn matches and then one match,
Yep.
And it says non-compliance. Or
non-conformity,
and then all the other matches aren't burned. You can stop the chain reaction. And so finally, after decades or whatever it was of the Jews saying we're done being your slaves, they said, okay, pack your stuff up and go. Okay, and the desert was rough and it was tough and they went through a lot of hell. Then they built their own thing. And so look how you've built your own thing. The establishment became corrupt. The mainstream media lied to us. It committed seppuku. It committed suicide. Now we're building a new system. The Amish 400 years ago were Protestants. They were being persecuted in Switzerland and Germany, so they packed up, sold everything, and moved here. And still today, they don't have autism. They don't have any of this stuff. They don't have suicide rates. They're living the dream because they don't hang out with Big Pharma.
And he's right, too. The Amish, they don't get sick. They don't deal with doctors, rightfully so. I don't even go to no doctor dealing with doctors because, Big Pharma. When you go to the doctor, what do? They try to push all these medicines on you. Oh, you want to try this new, like you're a guinea pig, and half the shit that they push on you, you find out years later. Oh well, may cause death, may cause cancer, may cause this, that. They put the disclaimer in there, and it's like it causes more things than the cure, So I don't blame the Amish for not messing with Big Pharma, and that's why they're a healthy society, and they're not really sick like that. They don't get cancer like that because they keep it natural, So they don't go and eat all these foods from the supermarkets with all the HMOs and the chemicals and all that stuff that they put in, the carcinogens that they put in the foods like that last forever, So yeah, they don't mess with that, and I don't blame them. Alex Jones is making a good point right here.
So we don't have to do what the Amish have done, but we have to be in the world, but not of the world, to use the Christian allegory.
Got it.
And we have to build our own systems, build our own companies. Instead of a boycott, which is great against Anheuser-Busch or Target, we need a boycott. And when we start, and that's what ESGs are, is they've analyzed all this. They know the boycott by populists, by Christians, by conservatives, by people that just want to be capitalist and live normal and be able to defend ourselves and create wealth. We can do anything we want. Humans are incredible. Instead of being ruled by these globalists that want us poor so they can dictate the terms of our surrender, we have to build the new Renaissance. We have to build the Great Awakening.
He's right about that. We are builders by nature, If human beings are incredible beings, like we are made in the image of God, and the power that we have is we can create things, we can build things, We're builders. That's what we do, you know? And the reason why the devil hates us so much is because he can't create anything. He can't build anything. All the devil does is take what we create and what we build and perverts it, you know? The devil perverts everything, you know? And that's what he's trying to do with our kids, pervert them, you know? And put them through all this, you know, it's crazy what the devil does, you know? So he's absolutely right about that. And Big Pharma, like I said, I mentioned earlier in the video, that's what they're all about, you know? Money, 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 money. They don't care if you're sick. They don't care if you get healthy or not. They don't care. You know, it's all about the big bucks. That's it. That's it. So let's continue on.
And it has to be a spiritual awakening in God, in Christ. And we have to call on God because they've got their God. Notice Target literally put out shirts with an artist that says
atheists and believing in the devil. Yeah.
Yeah, Target. I remember they had to take all their clothes off the shelf, but they didn't really take them off the shelf. They just moved them to the back of the store, you know?
We are Satanists, and we are going to recruit your kids and an adult.
A shirt with that?
A shirt. The designer, it was all devil, worship Satan. Satan loves trans. Satan loves trans.
S for Satan.
Mm-hmm. Now they threw an S in there?
Look, Pat, see that? Robert, it says Target right there. Go right there. Top left. Target. And that was the pin that they were selling. Target respects, Satan respects pronouns. They were selling
There's no way they were selling that.
100% they were selling.
We sent crew in and got video.
You know what amazes me by watching this show sometime, Valuetainment, how uninformed Patrick is about a lot of issues, you know. Maybe he just plays stupid, like, you know, to try to get things out of people. But I'm really shocked at how misinformed he is, you know, about a lot of things. You know, it's one thing to interview a bunch of gangsters, but that's easy. You know what I'm saying? But to be up on the issues and all this, like, he's acting like he's surprised by this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's incredible to me how uninformed Patrick is about a lot of issues, you know. Maybe he just plays stupid, like...
Love it.
Pat, they were selling
this in Austin.
Target ignites firestorm with launch of new clothing line designed by Satanists.
100%.
Target just missed a bullseye by a mile, and then some. Can you zoom in a little bit? The retail giant has been selected by a few brands in the United Kingdom that promote Satan. You read it right. Target's partner is Ab Pralin. It has produced a apparel collection for Target's celebration of LGBT Pride Month and promotes satanic images, themes.
This is outrageous.
Listen.
See what I mean? There's no way they were selling that. Yes, they were selling that, Pat. Okay? You know, this is the thing that's wrong with this society today. Everything's a conspiracy theory and this and that. No, it's a conspiracy fact, okay? There's no such thing as a conspiracy theory, all right? We that's what we wanted to do with this program, is report on facts, okay? So he's like, no way. Just like people like, no way they would be putting poison in the foods. No way they would be trying to do this. No way. You know what? The simple fact is, people, there's evil in this fucking world, okay? Yes, they would be doing that. They've been doing it for years and years and years and years, okay? Because we're the slaves. We're the worker bees in society, you know? They have a secret space program where they've been going to other planets for years, you know? Some of these UFOs that you people been seeing out here, that's our shit, okay? That's what we have. They have so much stuff that it would blow your mind, okay? Blow your mind completely. Bases on the moon, the whole 9 yards, okay? And that's a whole nother show, but, you know, and get informed. If you're going to be doing a talk show, know what the hell you're doing and know what you're talking about and what the issues are. Don't be sitting there talking about, really? They're really doing that? Really? For real? It makes you look stupid, Pat. It really does. You know, and I don't know you. I think you're a good dude. I think your show's good, but come on, bro. Get up on your issues, okay?
Listen. Go to Twitter, and the one that has an account. These are shirts, not just art.
Trans witches for what they are. They also offer clothing and accessories that includes catchphrases like trans witches for abortion. Okay, click on that and let's try to buy it. Go to trans witches for abortion.
Well, here's the good news. They pulled it after.
Trans witches. You know, now he's going to say, like, let's go and try to buy it now. No, they took it off the shelves, Pat. You're late, okay? So, but, yeah, they've been trying to do this crap for a while now, you know? Actually, they have been doing it. Like I mentioned earlier about Walt Disney. That's true. Look it up. You know, I don't know if you'll be able to find those clips or not, but my daughter's got all those clips saved from all that old Disney stuff and all that shit. You know, and we're gonna be breaking out that. You know, so people. Oh, it's a conspiracy theory. No, they're trying to fuck us up every kind of way they can. With the air, the chemtrails they're putting in the air, the food, the stuff they're spraying on your food. Like if you go and buy watermelon now at the supermarket. Remember you used to go years ago, watermelon would be so sweet. I bought some watermelon the other day. It was hard. It wasn't sweet at all, and it's got white seeds in it. They don't have black seeds anymore, you know? It's a hybrid, you know, a clone of watermelon. Like they're doing all kind of crazy stuff with the food, and people don't realize it. That's why I don't like to shop at like certain markets like Market Basket because they're high volume places. You go to Market Basket tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock in the morning, and that place is, it's a fucking zoo, okay? Old people are there buying up shit, you know? And so they have to, they have a big turnover on their product, which means they have to be bringing in all that GMO shit, you know, and all this other crap for you to eat and for you to get sick off of. You know, it's a game. You go, you eat all that shit, you get sick, you go to the doctor makes you even more sick, you know, and then once you start, like people like, oh, I'm going to get a hip replacement. Why? Why? Because your insurance pays for it? Or you're going to try these new drugs that the doctors put on you, you guinea pig, you dumbass, and then you're dead. See ya, you know? Bye, Felicia. So y'all better wake up, okay? And if you're going to be doing podcasts too, know your issues and know what you're talking about because it makes you look dumb. It really does, you know? And Alex Jones, in my opinion, he looks like a broken man right now. You know, all that they've done to him. You know, he doesn't shave anymore. He doesn't put on a suit and tie no more. He doesn't try. He's just gave up, you know? But he still has a show and all of that, you know what I mean? But you can see it. You can see it in him, you know, like he used to be pretty vibrant, and like now he just looks like, you know, he's just trying to go along to get along, you know, and trying to be on other platforms because, you know, they hit him with that $1 trillion lawsuit, which nobody's ever going to be able to pay back a $1 trillion lawsuit. That's a national debt for some countries, you know. So, yeah, let's continue on with this video. I'm digressing again.
For a week.
Okay.
Yeah, but and
then they got all these bomb threats from the LGBT pieces.
Yeah, leave it in there. The
Rainbow Mafia is real.
The Rainbow Mafia was like, yo, we're going to bomb Target if you try to mess with it.
Go on that Etsy page.
Trans witches for abortion, and, you know, we will get your kids and we will turn you trans. Like, they're forcing it, you know, threatening to blow up Target for taking the clothes off the line, you know, LGBTQ community. Like, you know what? Like, they're just fucking a bunch of fucking sick freaks. That's what the fuck they are, you know? Like, because if you was legit, you wouldn't be threatening to blow nothing up. You wouldn't be forcing your shit onto nobody. You would just, you know, take that shit over there. That's what I would say. Take that shit and go over there with that shit, okay? Don't be pushing that shit on us. So you're gonna threaten to blow up Target because they took your shit off the shelves. You know, trans witches for abortion. You know, yo, go on with this.
Yeah, that one right there.
Because that guy's name, Abralin, whatever his name is.
Witches for abortion.
Listen, they actually sold the shirts that had a guillotine and said we're going to kill homophobes.
Yeah.
And then it shows an adult skeleton giving a baby skeleton the trans fire, and it says, we will recruit your children. They will be trans.
What was the thing that we're preaching the other day? We're here, we're queer, we're coming for your children.
Share the story and what happened there.
So,
if you want to pull up the story.
So, and Alex, I'll give a couple examples before we get to that.
Boston.
I'm talking about and Alex, we've talked about this yesterday. So when people like you, when people like me talk about this attack on children, this satanic going after children and the trans movement, just a couple of quick stories that happened this week. In Boston, 4 kids were found in a drag party with one dead trans guy on the floor, and the kids were in the back. There were sex toys scattered throughout the house, and a hoarder home. Doesn't make headline news, but the
firefighters said they were hiding the kids in the back bedroom.
They were hiding.
The Daily Mail right here put it out there.
Yeah,
so this is not a right wing source.
Yeah.
Daily Mail.
Let's keep the stories going.
So 4 kids in Boston found at a trans party, gay party, and one of the kids was dead. You know, probably from some kind of drug that they gave to him. You know, and that should have been headline news, like he just said. But you know, what was the headline news about the submarine that imploded? You know, it's really sad where we at today in society. You know, and for that not to be a major story, right here in Boston, where I'm from. You know, and I didn't hear anything about that until just right now, you know, or until I reviewed the video to play now, you know. But 4 kids at a trans party and 1 found dead in Boston. That's crazy, you know. It's the reality we're living in today, people. And why is nobody in trouble? I don't know.
The first trans state representative, Stacey Lawton, a.k.a. Barry Lawton, from New Hampshire, was just arrested for distributing child porn. Okay, it just happened. And mind you, they couldn't find him because he transitioned and changed his name.
The first transgender representative was just arrested and got 9 years for child porn, right? And in California, if you identify as a transgender, you can switch your name and you can switch your gender, and then you can be exonerated for any crimes that you've ever committed in the past, whether it be rape, whether it be murder, anything, you know? That's why I moved the fuck out of California. You know, I saw how crazy that shit was getting, and now with Gavin Newsom, it's like a zoo.
How about this
and
one?
by the way, they're trying to pass laws in California and other states where once you change your name, if you're trans, it expunges your criminal record.
Police record.
Really?
Oh, yeah. So yeah.
Just change your name, Alex.
Yeah. So yeah.
Now you're Alexandra Jones, exonerated.
Yeah,
They're
there
good.
goes
You
the
know,
money.
you owe no money.
And
California is Mexico. That's what it is, okay? El Salvadorians, Guatemalans, like Somalians, they just took over California. California is no longer California. It's done. It's gone. You know? California that used to be is no longer. So, and now you can change your name and your gender and you get exonerated from all your crimes. And this dude's making a joke. Oh, so Alex, now you can just change your name and won't have to pay all that money back. That's so fucking stupid what he just fucking said, you know? This is a serious conversation and you're gonna fucking, oh, no, you ain't gotta pay that. I don't even like that dude. I like the other dude, I forget his name, the one with the vest on, Vinny, I think his name is. I like him. But this dude that just fucking said that, you know, that was some retarded shit to fucking say. You know, honestly, it really is. And you know, you're supposed to be doing a professional podcast, you know, and then now you guys are trying to get Tucker Carlson to come in with you, offer him $100 million. You think Tucker's going to be involved with some fucking shit like this? I don't think so. No, I really don't, you know. Tucker could make that money on his own, you know. Why would he want to be involved with Valuetainment, you know? I ain't saying nothing about them, but, you know, get up on your game, bro. And then don't be making jokes about shit like that. That wasn't funny at all. It wasn't. Period.
And one more. So 3 days ago, the ex-CNN producer John Griffin was sentenced 19 years for sexually assaulting a 9-year-old, okay? And then this was the other day. This is in New York City, a drag march where the marchers are chanting, "We're here, we're queer, we're here for your children." Tell me this isn't disgusting. Listen. Like, they're out here. Now listen, this is out.
How do you want to bet those are public school teachers?
Okay, so, this is it. We're here, we're queer, we're coming for your children. And like Alex said, what do you want to bet they're probably school teachers? Probably are. You know, my first show, you seen that guy? He's kindergarten teacher. Kindergarten, pre-K or kindergarten. And he's full beard, mustache and all that. And he's dressed up like a freak from that movie Clown. You ever see that scary movie, the horror movie Clowns? Yo, they look scarier than them clowns that was in that damn movie. It's fucking unbelievable. But yeah, you look at this girl, she got her breasts hanging out. You know, we're coming for your children. You know, and they're chanting. It looks like a cult. That's what it looks like. You know, we're here, we're queer, we're coming for your children. They're telling you right there what they want to do. So, it's crazy, people. It's up to you to protect your children, okay? You have to, because they're coming for your kids, for real.
Yeah, And here's the thing.
Coming for your
That's worse.
children.
Did you see the San Francisco city-funded gay choir where they go, "We're coming for your children. We'll take them. You'll love it. And then we'll get you too. We're going to get your children." And then they go to the city councils all over, even in conservative areas, and go, "We are going to recruit your children and have sex with them."
Oh, my
This is
God.
Rob, can you pull that up?
And Alex, how is that not the headline story, but the Titanic sinking ship with 5 people is the #1 story?
They're saying, we're going to have sex with your children. And we're going to have sex with you, too. We're going to get you. That's, yeah. Come down to the hood with that shit, okay? You have sex with what? With who? How? When? Why? And what? Where? Fuck out of here with that shit, man. These motherfuckers is forcing it.
Oh, yeah, and Blue's Clues now on,
Does it say right here?
on mainstream TV has Baphomet and Moloch and the kids being sacrificed.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so this is exactly what. But here's what's happening. Let me tell you what I think is happening, and I kind of agree with what you're saying. I think common sense will prevail, and a lot of people are sitting there saying this just doesn't make any sense. You saw the Gallup poll that came back where America is right now with the LGBTQ and where they're standing. How the biggest plus minus was the fact that the American people are no longer as comfortable as they were. It dropped by 7% year over year where we're at. And even the Glendale stuff that's going on with the kids, the parents coming out saying this is too much, you're crossing the line. More and more people are being united on ESG's bad idea. More and more people are being united with you can't be grooming our kids. More and more people are starting to realize this is not just what we're all about. And it's not just the people from the right. It's people from who have historically voted Democrat that are saying, look, man, I don't know what the hell is going on. This isn't what I supported.
It's a lunatic asylum.
Yeah, you're seeing it's going from Democrat versus Republican, where it's going from establishment against anti-establishment. That's the two political parties. We're gradually going away from the Republican and the Democratic Party. We're going to the anti-establishment and the establishment party. Maybe you were saying, yeah, you know what? I don't trust the establishment anymore like I used to. I just don't.
He's saying that more people are realizing establishment against anti-establishment, and that he thinks that more and more people are waking up. But, okay, now in California, if your kid says he wants to be a transgender, Gavin Newsom got it set up so that the teachers can, hey, you want to be a boy, Susie? And if the parents say anything about it, they investigate the parents, take them to court, all of that, So people may be waking up, but a lot of people, they go out to work. They have jobs, so they can't sit around and watch stuff like this all day. So a lot of people aren't waking up. And then they're hiding a lot of this stuff where they're having these performances in front of kids and they're not telling the parents about it. There was a video that I wanted to show on that, but it just goes a little bit too long. But what it was a mother went to a school board meeting and she's got on a thong and some long boots. And she's like, well, does this look appropriate? And the thing that was so sad to me about that, is that I'm looking around and she's at this school board meeting and it's like her and maybe 3 or 4 other parents. Nobody else was there. Where's all the parents? Where's the outrage? Because what she was saying was this happened a year ago. Nobody got fired. Nobody got arrested. Nobody got reprimanded. Everybody still has their job. And what the fuck is going on? That's what she's saying, So, Pat, I believe he has some good intentions, but I don't think he's really in tune to what's happening in the world. He's so much into his, his whatever he's doing, but I don't think so. Just like he boasts about doing those interviews with all these gangsters, right? I could have did them interviews with them gangsters, and I could have related with them real good because I'm from the hood. You know what I'm saying? I've done shit that, that I'm not proud of, and that's just the way it is in the hood. I don't think that Pat is from the hood, He's not, he has no idea what's going on in the streets and in the hood, So, I give him a B+ for his effort, but he really does not know what's going on, people. He doesn't.
It also goes to ridiculous versus just common sense. Stuff like this.
We're here. We're queer.
We're coming for your children. And how, Patrick, that is, listen to me, that's the devil out in the open. They're not even hiding anymore.
And they say in this, towards the end, they say, we're going to get them, we're going to groom them, they're ours, they're going to love it, and so will you.
What he just said, that's the devil out in the open. It's not establishment versus anti-establishment. It's good versus evil. Plain and simple. That's what it's all about, you know? Good versus evil. And evil is not going to win. You know, people ain't going to go for that shit, you know? Like you say, people are waking up like they haven't been in the hood with that shit. They've been out in the suburbs and other places trying to hide it. But try to go into Roxbury with that shit. Try to come out here to New Bedford, into the New Bedford school, into these hoods out here. You know, try doing that shit out here and see what happens. I think they did come out here to do a storybook reading one day. You know, but I was so busy in what I was doing, I didn't have a chance to go by there and protest against that shit. You know, but they tried it out here too. It didn't go over very well, you know, because they was protesting it, you know. So, yeah, it's good versus evil. That's it. You know, if you don't believe in God, you don't believe in the devil, you must know that on this planet there's evil and there's good. You know, and those are the two forces. You know, do you want to be evil or do you want to be a good person? You know, are you gonna sell your soul for money? Sell little kids' souls for money just so you can live comfortably in life? Sometimes you got to live fucked up in life. God put you through things so that you can struggle and you realize that, you know what, okay, I did this. I pulled myself up by the bootstraps and I did it and you know, I learned something from it. We all learn something from our disadvantages, you know? So sometimes you have to go through that bad in order to get to the good, you know? So let's continue.
This transcends party lines. This is
and it turned out a bunch
that.
of them were registered sex offenders with children.
See a bunch of these guys here. This is the San Francisco gay choir. A bunch of them were sex offenders, you know, pedophiles, and they're on a gay choir, you know. And watch what they're singing about.
These guys.
Yeah, a bunch of them.
The majority, look at their faces.
What did they say in this video? What did they say in this video?
I don't know which one.
This is a city-sponsored choir. I mean, it's nauseating.
Click on it.
And just so you know, for
go to
reference,
the last third. Go to the last third.
From 2021.
Okay.
We're coming for your children.
Jesus.
We're coming for your children. We're coming for
Is this a real video or is this
No, this
like
is their
a deep
religion.
fake?
This is not a joke.
And this is a city-sponsored choir, which means it's funded by taxpayer money. So they're using your money to give to these gay choir boys to sing about they're coming for your children. Think about that. Aren't you outraged? I know I am. I'm pissed off. Taxpayer money to fund these freaks, these weirdos. And they're sex offenders, some of them, you know, pedophiles, registered and all that, you know.
No, they arrested
San
some
Francisco gay men's chorus sang a song about coming for your children. It was like they spelled the plan out in plain sight.
Sometimes, like Alex said, sometimes just look right in front of your face. What they're saying, it doesn't need to be conspiratorial.
Yeah.
They're fucking saying it.
Yeah, there's no hiding.
Can we continue the song? Was that just the point of the song?
Yeah, sing along if you know the words out there. Sing along.
12 seconds.
That was it.
Unbelievable.
We're coming for your
children.
That's it.
And hold on. And they're doing it.
It gets worse later. Like, we will groom them, and we're going to get you too. You belong to us. Your body is ours.
You see that, people? Coming for your children. And they made all this elaborate video. You know, like, yeah, they're telling you what they're going to do, okay? So it's up to you as parents. And this is one of the reasons why I did this video, because I don't know, maybe a lot of parents, like I said, they work and they don't have time to watch stuff like this. So maybe if you come across this video that I did, you'll be a little bit more informed about that, because they're telling you they're coming for your kids, man. You know, it doesn't get any more blatant than that. There's a red line when it comes to kids, right? Look at what just happened. I was talking to a guy the other night, right? And I brought up the situation that's going on right now in Israel and Hamas and all of that. And, you know, I was like, well, what do you think about that? And he was like, no comment. But then he just started spitting shit out. I'm like, nah, there was no comment, motherfucker. You know, but his thing is like, well, you know, there's a big history over there. you know. And Israel has done a lot of shit to Hamas, and Israel created Hamas, you know, to do certain things, to take out ISIS or whatever. But then Hamas just flipped on Israel, blah, 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 you know? And I was like, well, yeah, they cut off babies' heads, and it's killing women, you know, and children and old ladies and all that shit, you know, cutting their heads off. And he's like, well, you know, Israel's done a lot to them too, you know? And I'm like, you know what? That's the sickest fucking shit in the world. I don't give a fuck what the past was with Israel and Hamas and that whole situation. But we're in 2023 right now. Everything was going smooth. They was about to sign a peace treaty with Israel and all of that. But as soon as Trump got out, as soon as Daddy left office, now Daddy's not home. Everybody wants to play. Israel is our ally. Trump brought the embassy back to Jerusalem, and they're pissed about that, you know. But that's where the embassy belongs. And all these presidents promised for so many years they was going to do that. Nobody did it but Trump. Okay, so and then. Look at what Trump did to Iran and took out, you know, Soleimani, whatever his damn name was, that terrorist, you know. So only way we're going to be, you know, back whole as a country, my opinion, is if Daddy gets back in office, you know, and comes home and puts his foot down on all this bullshit, because that's what it is. We were energy independent. We was best numbers in unemployment for blacks, women, Hispanics. You know, he gave billions of dollars to black colleges, which is an ongoing thing. Obama never did none of that shit. You know, Jim Brown and the pastor that he rode with before he died, they used to go into the prisons and advocate for prisoners and stuff like that. They tried to get a meeting with Obama for 8 years. Obama wouldn't give him the time of fucking day, okay? Not the time of day. Trump gets in office, and Trump, he financed their whole shit, you know? Gave them millions of dollars to do their program. So, and I could go on and on and on and on and on and on. And now, like 8 years ago, or I'd say 7 years ago, I was posting the video of the lady who's living in Trump Towers, and people like, nah. I recently got into an argument with a friend of mine that was friends with me for 40 years. I'm not going to mention his name, but got into an argument with him, mentioned Trump, and mentioned the fact that the lady that was living in Trump Towers, I don't believe that shit. I don't believe it at all. You know, he's a fucking racist. He's a racist. Why is he a racist? Couldn't give me an answer, though, why. And it's the insurrection. There was no fucking insurrection at all, people. There was no insurrection, okay? That was all some shit made up by Nancy Pelosi and her crew to try to fucking create an insurrection. Telling the Capitol Guard to stand down, Capitol Police, stand down, just let them in there. You know, Trump offered to give her the National Guard. She turned it the fuck down, you know? So... and all of that is on tape. Like when Tucker Carlson put that film out there of people walking around, you know, the Capitol all peacefully and just looking around. Like, me personally, I would have never went the fuck up in there because I would have known it was a setup. You know, some people did go in there though, but they went in there peacefully. And now look at, they're doing 20, 30 years for that, you know, when there was really no insurrection. There was no violence, you know. Only violence was when the Capitol Police shot the lady in her face and killed her. You know, so I'm digressing again, but this is my point, you know, like they trying to fuck us up on all angles. And to wrap it all up, you know, and summarize this, you know, I'm going to play the last of this video and then that's going to be that. But I just want to say that, you know, we are under attack in society. We have been for years and years and years. And now they're just really coming for your kids, man. And they've been kidnapping kids for years, and kids have been disappearing, you know, nowhere to be found ever, you know. And they have underground cities and stuff like that you wouldn't believe, okay? Technology that you wouldn't believe, but we're never going to get that, you know. They're going to try to just rape us, kill us, and steal our kids. So I'm going to play the rest of this video, and then I'm going to wrap it up.
And remember, the left wants to make you take the shots, too. It's all about rape.
And Alex, you want
power.
Hey, if you enjoyed this short clip, you want to watch the whole thing, click over here.
Well, there it is, guys. You know, that was the last video. And you see when they was like, can we play the rest of the video? And Pat was like, no. You know what? Why not, Pat? You know, let's really expose it. Like, let it go. Like, why can't you play that? You know? So that's my thing with Pat. I don't know. I don't know. I think he's a good guy. I don't know. I never met him or nothing like that, but I just see certain things when I watch his show, and I'm trained, to spot out certain things. And my daughter's been bringing a lot of stuff to my attention too, on certain issues, So, but I've been involved with stuff like this for years and years and years and years and years. My brother Snooky saw a UFO one time. I mentioned that I lived in Fidelis Way in Alston or Brighton, Massachusetts. And my brother saw a UFO, and he was sending away for documents and videos and all kind of stuff years and years ago. And I let my friend look at it. My friend Alvin Jowers and his wife look at it, or his girlfriend, and they were like, "Wow, we didn't know about this and the UFOs and this and that." So I've been informed on a lot of this stuff for years and years and years. And I can smell a rat when I see a rat. And I can smell non-truth when I see non-truth. And all this about conspiracy theories and all this other bullshit, it's conspiracy fact, okay? For real. So thank you for tuning into this episode of Stand Up America Podcast, which was our second episode. And hopefully you'll be tuning in for number 3, 4, 5, and 500. We plan on doing it like that. You know what I'm saying? And like I was on this issue. I could play one more video, but I'm not. I'm just going to post it up to my website, and then you guys can go there and watch it, And it's Americans, with an S, standup.com, And we've been getting a lot of hits on our website and a lot of people liking it and stuff like that. So for a brand new podcast, and website, we're doing okay, And our podcast looks very professional, Looks like we're sitting in a newsroom somewhere. So thank you for tuning in. Have a good night and God bless.